Okay, yes, I know I usually jump straight into the topic of the video, but obviously today I need to start with some personal news. I've gone back to my natural color. Yes, 2 years ago, I decided to grow my hair out because I was curious to see how many grays I might have earned at that point. And in the end, I was a little disappointed. There were like 2, 3. Also, I learned that I still have little to no interest in spending any time at all doing boring things like washing, drying, and styling long hair. Finally, I decided that even though I do not believe in the supernatural, maybe all of this fascism stuff happened because I changed my hairstyle. And so, as I joked over on Blue Sky, going back to my preferred color of both hair and wine should start to put things back to normal. Much to my surprise, it seems that I might have been right because as I left for the salon, I learned that Scott Adams, prolific racist MAGA weirdo, had died of prostate cancer. So I thought that it'd be fun if, for my first video back with my old hair color, we talked a little bit about that. Particularly, I wanted to talk about how Scott Adams was absolutely completely out of his gourd. Like, whatever weird or distasteful thing you already know about Scott Adams, I assure you it's not even close to how weird and distasteful Scott Adams truly was. I'm going to start with the stuff more people probably already know and then work down to the really esoteric trivia Bert. That's what we Adams heads call little known facts about Scott Adams, trivia Berts. Anyway, Adams first got famous in the 1990s when his comic strip Dilbert got national syndication. Dilbert satirized the bland and mindless office culture at the time, which in retrospect didn't age very well. Like, yeah, cubicles suck, right? Having your own little room where you can work without people staring at you all the time. You know what sucks worse? Open office layouts where you don't even necessarily get a desk. Like you just have to come in every day and fight for a seat. But okay, sure, cubicles bad, whatever. Immediately upon reaching celebrity status, Scott Adams pulled what's known in the comic strip world as a reverse Watterson. He sold Dilbert to anyone and everyone. There were books, calendars, a TV show, a flash game, and of course, a Dilburrito microwave meal, which came in flavors like Mexican and Indian. He also began venturing outside of office satire to talk about whatever else happened to pop into his little head, like how he thought he stopped getting promoted at his former office jobs because of black people, and how he thought the Dilbert TV show got canceled because of black people, and how he thought that black people are a hate group and white people should get the hell away from them. I guess that's why the Dilburrito never had an African flavor. Anyway, he was also questioning the Holocaust on his blog as early as 2006, saying that the 6 million Jews killed number may have just been pulled out of someone's ass, and it became true by repetition. Adams was also known early on for hating women. In 2011, he wrote a blog post saying that the reality is that women are treated differently by society for exactly the same reason that children and the mentally handicapped are treated differently. It's just easier this way for everyone. You don't argue with a 4-year-old about why he shouldn't eat candy for dinner. You don't punch a mentally handicapped guy even if he punches you first. And you don't argue when a woman tells you she's only making 80 cents to your dollar. It's the path of least resistance. You save your energy for more important battles. Unsurprisingly, in 2015, Adams revealed that he was a huge Donald Trump fan, cheering on every racist, misogynistic thing Trump said. He hated Clinton because she was a woman, writing on his blog that watching her and Alicia Keys at the Democratic National Convention caused men's testosterone levels to drop all over the country, literally, not figuratively. Despite siding with the theocrats, much like Trump, Adams was not a believer. He claimed to be agnostic, and he wrote several fictional books centered around deism. This brings me to funny trivia Bert number 1. Scott Adams actually did one of those deathbed conversions that religious people always pretend smart atheists do when they're dying. Someone published a final message to Adams' shitter account after he died, in which he apparently wrote, "Many of my Christian friends have asked me to find Jesus before I go. I'm not a believer, but I have to admit the risk-reward calculation for doing so looks attractive. So here I go. I accept Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior, and I look forward to spending an eternity with him. The part about me not being a believer should be quickly resolved if I wake up in heaven. I won't need any more convincing than that, and I hope I am still qualified for entry. Then he plugs his books and podcast. I am not kidding. His final wish was that you could all go check out Coffee with Scott Adams, where you can hear things like him calling black people a hate group. I'm just disappointed he didn't include like a coupon code for ground news along with it, but whatever. Anyway, the conversion, classic dumb thinking. That's called Pascal's wager. You have nothing else to lose, so you may as well accept Jesus into your heart just in case. This, of course, assumes that Christianity is the only religion and that there is no alternative God who would get royally pissed at you for doing that. And also that the Christian God is a fucking moron who can't tell when somebody's just faking it. So yeah, that's an absolute on-brand way for Scott Adams to leave this world, doing something idiotic before plugging his shitty podcast. Okay, trivia Bert number 2. Scott Adams died of prostate cancer, despite the fact that almost 100% of people diagnosed with prostate cancer survive past 5 years thanks to early screening and quick treatment, which are readily available, particularly to wealthy people. But Adams refused his doctor's suggested treatments, announcing last May that he had chosen to treat his cancer with ivermectin and other antiparasitics. This is how I learned that Scott Adams wasn't just a grifter who parroted everything MAGA idiots were saying in order to make money. He actually believed that ivermectin was some secret wonder drug that Big Pharma was hiding as a flea and tick treatment for your pets. He actually thought, no, ivermectin isn't just for dog Berts, it's also for COVID Berts, and yes, even cancer Berts. And so he dutifully ate his parasite paste as the cancer spread throughout his body. He even refused his doctor's recommended testosterone blockers until his pain became unbearable. Geez, if only a woman had beaten Trump in 2016 or 2024, maybe they would have naturally blocked his testosterone the way they did at the 2016 DNC, and he never would have had any pain at all. Anyway, I think that the best thing that Scott Adams will leave this world is a warning. Do your cancer screenings and listen to your doctor, or else you too might end up begging that sociopathic fascist dictator that you helped elect to please stop dismantling the country's healthcare system long enough to pull some strings with your insurance company to help you access last-ditch treatment options before you ultimately die painfully just 2 months later. Trivia Bert number 3. Scott Adams followed me on Twitter. Sorry, this is a trivia Bert I literally just learned while researching this because I went to Shitter to get that screenshot of him groveling to Trump. And I'm like, what do you mean follow back? Wow, Shitter sure was a weird ass place, wasn't it? Okay, trivia Bert number 4, Scott Adams claimed to be a trained hypnotist and also claimed that he hypnotized himself with ChatGPT. So I don't have much against hypnotists in that, you know, I think they can be skilled entertainers and sure, maybe they can help particularly suggestive people to relax or cope with stress or something. That said, I have known a few professional hypnotists in my life, and every single one gave off serious date rapist vibes. And every single one claimed to have like actual magical powers. So basically, I am the prime audience to laugh at Scott Adams posting on Shitter, I taught ChatGPT hypnosis last night. Then I had it tested on me. You have no idea what is coming. No idea. And then a follow-up. No, I won't be sharing the prompts. Far too dangerous. Adams went on to describe his experience on his podcast, which is available now wherever podcasts are sold. He taught the WordBert weapons-grade persuasion techniques that gave him an experience that was beyond psychedelics, was basically that powerful, and it did it instantly, and it could do it as long as I wanted. That's so cool. I actually have the same thing. It's called a vibrator. It actually came pre-programmed, so I don't even need to come up with a prompt. Trivia Bert number 5. Scott Adams told an interviewer that his family never hugged him. I'll be honest, I forgot to get a screenshot of this while I was researching this video. I think it was in this Bloomberg profile, and now there's a subscription block, and I'll be damned if I'm paying Bloomberg money just to prove this, because you already know it in your heart. You know that Scott Adams' family did not hug him while growing up. So we'll just leave that there. Okay, the final trivia bit of today's video is this. In 2020, Adams predicted that if Joe Biden won the election, there's a good chance you will be dead within the year. In fact, we both survived. But when his man Donald Trump was elected in 2024, Adams was in fact dead within the year. Fascinating stuff. So that's it. R.I.P. to a real one, by which I mean a real racist, misogynistic weirdo who I'm sure is now in heaven celebrating with Jesus and hoping the Lord doesn't realize he just got tricked, as illustrated by the many AI slop pictures and videos the Nazis on Shitter have been churning out. And on that note, I guess I shouldn't say RIP. According to this image posted by far-right fascist Jack Pozabiec, I should say Fee Irvis. So, yeah, Fee Irvis, Scott Burt. Fee Irvis. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. If you loved the video, please subscribe. And if you think the world could use more videos like this and you happen to have a few bucks laying around, head to patreon.com/Rebecca and join an awesome community of nerds like the people whose names you see on the screen right now. Thanks.